Okay, in the last video we talked about how we're going to load up this new 45 Colt Ruger. I can never get enough just looking at this firearm. I mean, you would have to see it in person to understand it. Just aesthetically pleasing to the human man eye. Let me just throw that out there. All right, so what we did was we went ahead and we loaded up 24, because it's a 6-shot revolver. So we loaded up 24 of these beautiful ACME bullets. These are 255 grain semi-wad cutters. Okay, so we loaded some up. We did use Trail Boss powder. Okay, I looked at the load data for just a regular bullets out of the several different load manuals that I have, and I came up with 5.2 grains. So we got 5.2 grains of Trail Boss powder in there. We have it at an overall length of 1.600 and Starline brass and Winchester primers. So that's what we got. So instead of just sitting here wasting time talking about it, let's go shoot it. The reason why I chose that is because it was just a median range. There was a high charge and there was a low charge. I just took it right out of the middle. That way we could have some test rounds, if you will, just to test and see how the gun functions, to see how that particular load works. It might be just a great load right out of the box, but there's no better way to test it than just go out there and shoot it. So let's go check them out. ACME bullets, 255 grain semi-wad cutters, and a 45 long coat. Okay guys, we're out at the home range. We have our 255 grain bullets loaded up. We have the Ruger, we have the chronograph, and we have some targets. So we're gonna go ahead and get to shooting. Well, I'm tired of talking, guys. It's time to shoot. Okay, we have the Ruger loaded up with 6 rounds. We're gonna go ahead and shoot some through the chronograph. Okay, 652 was our first one. 651. 650. 621. 649. And 647. So they're all right there except for that 621, and I'm gonna tell you that 621 was just because I didn't shoot down the chronograph correctly. So that's a pretty good spread, guys. If you take that, your standard deviation is gonna be like a 0.5 if you throw out that one, but that was my fault. So we're gonna load up again and start shooting some targets. Okay guys, you can see we got some targets set up downrange. This has not been sighted in at all. It's right out of the box basically. Okay, so we shot 6 through the chronograph. I wish I wouldn't have screwed up that standard deviation. That was my fault. I knew when I pulled the trigger it wasn't straight with the chronograph, but so be it. Okay, so the first couple shots here, we're just gonna see where it's hitting. Flinch. All right. Okay, guys, it's shooting way high, which is expected for a factory gun. Of course, I didn't bring the tool to adjust it, so we're just going to shoot the last 6 here and see how we did. Well, guys, I'm sure you can't see that big gong out there, but those shots are pretty much touching. Where I scooted it down a little bit, they're a little bit off, but that right there is a good load. It's a little bit low on the feet per second at 650, but let's go in the shop and talk about it. Back from outside. Okay, when I was developing this load, or when I was looking at the load data, I was trying to get about 685 feet per second. Okay, so we were about 30 feet per second slower, and I'm going to contribute that to the short barrel. All right, but overall, we were in what I called my power factor range. Okay, that power factor range I told you is about 170 to 175 for a 45 long Colt, basically. Okay, so we were hitting at the 165, which is still in a good range, but it's still not good enough. Our numbers here were pretty good. Let me see if I can show you these. All right, we're gonna hit review so you all can see. All right, try to get the glare out for you. All right, here we go. Okay, so our first shot, was 649, I believe. Let me turn around here where I can see it. 649, all right? Trying to get you the glare. Second shot was 621. Then we had a 650, 651, 652. So they're all right there in that 650, except for that one that dropped it at 621. And I'm gonna tell you that's because I didn't shoot over the chronograph correctly. Okay, and I can tell you another reason why we're gonna have to add some more powder to get a little higher velocity, because the cases were a little dirty. Okay, when the cases are getting a little dirty, that means there's not good obturation in the cylinder, which is causing some blowback into the case. So because of that, we know we need to up the powder charge a little bit. So we're gonna load up some more, and we're gonna go out there and test fire them, probably off camera, and see if we can develop a good load that we get good obturation with the case, we get good accuracy, and it fires at a decent power factor through that 3 3/4 inch barrel. Now, on that note, even though this has a 3 3/4 inch barrel, the accuracy was superb. I mean, it was shooting way high because, like I said, the sights were not adjusted before I went out there. I just went out there and shot the first shots on camera for you all. And once I figured out that it was shooting way high, I shot a decent group. I'm going to say that big. You know, at 10 yards, well, it's 15 yards at that target. So at 15 yards, so they're pretty much all touching. So I'm telling you, accuracy with it was really good, but I'm afraid that I'm going to have to try to manipulate the powder to try to get more velocity, just so that we can get up into that 174 power factor range. I believe once we get up there, our accuracy will hold together, and that we will have more consistent case obturation. So there it is, guys. There's the first shots with the Ruger Bisley 45 Colt. Okay, ACME bullets were excellent bullet. They're pretty accurate, guys. Go check them out. The 255 grain semi-wad cutters. Make sure you use the coupon code 053115. But that standard deviation, I hate when I screw it up. You know, when everything's going good and you screw it up, makes you feel bad, you know, because the gun was on target, the bullets were on target, the velocities were on target, and then there I went and screwed it up. I mean, with those numbers, we would have had a extreme spread of 3, so a standard deviation of less than 1. So can't really beat that, guys. My fault, I screwed it up. All right, yeah, but 5 shots right around 650, right at 650, and the 1 shot at 621 messed it up. So my fault. All right, guys, appreciate y'all watching. Please give the video a thumbs up. Please leave a comment below, and if you'd like to support the channel, you can either do so on Patreon or in the donate button below. Once again, y'all are awesome. Go check out the Reloaders Network. Great people, great articles. You'll learn a lot. All right, thanks, guys.